Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon video on the channel. So in today's video we're going to be checking out another new GX from Miracle Twin. So we do still have a purple background going on, which means it's probably going to be a psychic type. So without further ado, let's do it. Let's have a little look at which one we have got in particular. It is Latios GX. Yep, we're getting Latios. But surprise, surprise, and spoilers right here, we're not getting a Latias. So maybe that one will be coming up in maybe our next set. You never know. You never know with Pokemon. It's a surprise all the way round. But yeah, we got Latios GX. Of course, it is a psychic type with a HP of 170. And yes, it is a basic Pokemon because obviously it is a legendary. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's flying around in the sky. It's got sort of like what looks like a sun effect going on to it. Or maybe it's just the shininess of the card. Either way, it looks very nice and it looks pretty cool. So, before we have a look at, obviously, the moves, let's have a look at the full art on Rainbow Rare. So there is the full art right there, which does look pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know whether we've had any blue Pokemon on a psychic background. I don't think we have, but it works well. Obviously, you've got the red of the eyes, a bit of white thrown in there, mostly blue on a purple background. It looks pretty cool. It does look very, very nice. And there's the Rainbow Rare as well. Instead of red eyes, we've got bluish purple. So there we go. But it looks pretty cool. Pretty nice indeed. So let's have a look at the moves for this. So we start off with an ability. The ability is called Power Bind. If you have 4 or less Pokemon in play, this Pokemon can't attack. So you have to... If you have 4 or less Pokemon in play, this Pokemon can't attack. So basically you need 4 to 5 Pokemon on your bench in order for this thing to attack. I'm not too sure why this ability is in place, but it just is. It just is there. Although I'm pretty sure there is a card, although it might be rotating, that stops abilities. So if you were to stop this ability from happening, then you wouldn't have anything to worry about, really. You could just use this. I don't know whether it's Regigigas or maybe it's an Alola Muck. Might be one of those. They're ringing bells at the moment. But yeah, I think they turn off abilities, or at least they'll turn off this ability in particular. So yeah, it's alright. It's not bad. Then we have Tag Purge. I wonder what this does. Psychic and double colourless. 120 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon cannot be damaged by attacks from Tag Team Pokemon. So if this thing goes against something like a Pikachu Zekrom, yes, of course, a lot of people will be playing switches, possibly Guzmas, but after rotation, it's going to be looking a little bit different. But yeah, tag teams are definitely a huge thing in games at the moment. You know, at least there is at least one in a majority of decks. I know there are a few that probably don't run any at all, and that's up to them. But it's a nice way of obviously countering that and doing a little bit of chipping damage with 120. So there we go. And lastly, we have got Clear Vision GX for just 1 Psychic. Until the end of the game, your opponent can't use a GX attack. This is pretty good. I really do like that GX. Even just to use that GX to stop your opponent from using their GX is great. But I think your opponent will be thinking, oh, if he brings that up, he's only got 1 Psychic on it, he's going to try and do this GX to stop me from doing a GX. There are some GXs in the game which are incredibly weird. And there are some that are really broken. This would really help. Even if it was just a tech with maybe a rainbow energy, you bring this up, boom, 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 happy days. It could work. But yeah, it's an interesting card. It's definitely not my favourite from this set in particular. Will it see play? Maybe. maybe. The GX is okay, although it's a waste of a GX. You know, it's a good GX, but it's a bad GX at the same time. The ability really hinders it. It's psychic and it's weak to psychic, especially with Mewtwo and Mew. A lot of decks are going to run that. This thing's going to get knocked out really quick. So I don't know. I personally don't think this is going to be huge, but I could be completely wrong, and this might be a tech in a lot of decks. I don't know. Really cannot decide just yet, but it's not one of my favourites personally. Finishing off the card though, of course, when it is knocked out, your opponent will be taking 2 prize cards. Weakness to Psychic, like we said. Resistance to nothing, and probably a nice positive, it's free retreat, which is really nice because you don't have to put skateboards on it, you don't have to really put anything on it. If you have a rainbow energy, happy days, pop that on, boom shakalaka, happy days. It's all good. So yeah, there is Latios GX. I would be very, very pleased if they brought out a Latias GX. I just think that would make it fair, and then at least that's all good. But there we go. So moving on from that, let's have a look at the Guess the GX, the answer from our previous video. So I gave you that picture right there. And what was that in particular? You probably would have guessed it was Tyranitar GX. With that beautiful ability and several attacks that leave you quaking in your boots. But there we go. Tyranitar GX. Very well done if you got that. So moving on from that, we've got the Guess the GX for this video. So we have got that picture there, that one right there, and that one right there. A little bit difficult, this one, but you never know. It's you might be able to get it, might be able to get that one. But let me know in the comments below what you think this is, as well as your thoughts on Latios GX. And apart from that, I'll leave it here for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video on the channel.